Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. We got a special guest reviewer, his first time ever Skype collabing, James Knott from the Better Beer Authority.
I thought this was the Better Beer Authority.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. This is great. I haven't ever talked to you before, so this is a pretty bizarre feeling after about 2 years of messaging back and forth.
Yeah, and you said this is your first ever beer trade?
First beer trade, first Skype review.
Yeah. Your first review, really, since you're always the moderator.
That's right. I've only reviewed 3 or 4 beers. I did do a co-review with Hophead Brewhouse once.
Yeah. This is a beer you sent me. This is the Great Lakes, the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏. It's a doppelbock lager. It's pretty big, 7.8% ABV. I don't really know anything about it. Do you know anything about it?
Well, it's a spring seasonal. I picked it because I thought as a seasonal, it would be less likely that you've had it before.
Right.
But the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏, they don't use the 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 like most other doppelbocks, the 𝗏𝗏 ending. But they usually name their beers after things in Cleveland or history from Cleveland.
Right.
And I think this is named after the Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so the 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏. It's a doppelbock, like you said, 7.8% ABV, and I'm anxious to get it open and to see how it compares to some of those other great doppelbocks.
Yeah, me too. So let's get cracking here. All right, we're back. We both got our beer poured here. James sent me a official Better Beer Authority mug or tumbler glass here. Thanks.
Hey, no problem. I hope you use it often.
Yeah. Well, it's a typical doppelbock. I mean, that is straight up. I mean, it may look brown or black on camera, but that's like an extremely dark, like mahogany color.
Yeah, and it's well filtered. I mean, crisp and clear. You can see through the glass, even as dark as it is.
Yeah, I could smell it as soon as I pop the cap, and it smells great. I mean, it just smells so bready, so malty.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a caramel sweetness to it, and you can taste the roasted grains in it.
Yeah, there's a real sweet, like, fruitiness in there, like just tons of raisin or prune or plum. You get that?
Yeah, I get some fruitiness too. Some dark fruit.
Yeah, it smells very sweet. I mean, it smells like cinnamon raisin bread almost to me.
Did I cheat? I just tasted.
All right, well let's dig in here.
It doesn't have a ton of head to it, but the head does stick around. It does cling to the sides.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. I was so thirsty I couldn't wait.
I know. Wow, it is. I mean, it definitely tastes as sweet as it smelled. I mean, it tastes similar to the aromas I got. Like I said, like cinnamon raisin bread. Lots of raisin. Not cinnamon, but just like, definitely a breadiness to it.
Yeah. It's definitely a malt bomb, Someone who isn't into hoppy beers is gonna like this, someone who likes like a sweet, full-bodied beer.
Yeah.
This would be a good way to go.
We were saying off camera, we were talking about other doppelbocks like 𝗓𝗛𝗄𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝗏 and Paulaner 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. This definitely reminds me of those because if I was drinking this blind, I might confuse it with one of those two. I mean, it doesn't taste like some kind of American lager. I mean, it tastes very, very authentic to me.
Yeah, it feels very traditional, and I agree with what you said there. It's definitely what I picture when I'm going for a doppelbock. It's not a doppelbock with a twist. It's just straight up doppelbock, and if you love that kind of a beer, this is the kind of beer that you're gonna go for.
Yeah, I mean, it starts out a little sweet. It starts out like kind of like a cola. Then through the middle, you get a lot of the fruit. Like it's a kind of a richer sweetness, whereas like the beginning is like a You know, like
Yep.
more of a fine sweetness, and then there's a little bit of bitterness right as it finishes, and then and the aftertaste is very clean. It's not like a sticky beer.
I feel like I'm getting like a little hint of the molasses in there, like raisin and molasses, kind of in the backbone of the malt.
Yeah, it's really subtle. There is, yeah, I would agree with that. Like a little bit of like almost like a like a rum kind of flavor, like rum cake, something like that.
Yeah.
Again, it's like that. I mean, that bread in a bottle type of taste. You know, it's like liquid rum cake, I guess would be a good way to describe it.
Yeah. I like the overall package of this, like from the smell and the look to the taste. It just blends well from one aspect of it to another.
Yeah.
I think it presents very well, and the flavors and aromas blend very well in it.
Yeah, and the drinkability on it is great. I mean, for a pretty big beer at 7.8 ABV, but like I'm not really getting any heat or warmth on this. No alcohol taste. Are you?
No, not at all.
It is, like I said, it's kind of fizzy, but it's also has kind of like a thinner mouthfeel, and it is like a clean finish, which is almost kind of bad in a way. As you can see, I'm going through this very quickly, so I mean the drinkability on it is fantastic.
It's an easy drinker, but I was just out working in the yard, so I was pretty thirsty.
Yeah. I like the whole thing about it. I mean, it's that really nice, well balanced combination of genuine, authentic fruit flavors, plus like the whole breadiness from the maltiness. Not a whole lot of bitterness on here, but this type of style isn't really meant to be all that bitter. I really like it. I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10 to the 𝗏𝗨𝗏𝗏. I think it's excellent. It's just great taste, complex palate, fantastic drinkability. I kind of bring it down a peg or two because it's almost like I said at the end. It's like it's a little too clean. It's a little too thin, but otherwise, it's a winner for me. What do you think?
I'm gonna give it an 8, which on the Better Beer Authority scale means recommended. Like I highly recommend that people have it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the style or whatever. It's probably not one that I'm going to seek out very often.
Yeah.
But I think if you're looking for a good example of a 𝗏𝗨𝗏𝗏,
yeah,
this is a good way to go.
Especially an American one. Thanks for joining, James.
All right. Cheers, Chad.
Yep. Cheers. Bye.
Adios.